This will come back as being a outstanding victory for us for many reasons. Number one, that's an outstanding team, and they've won their league 3 out of 4 times. I certainly wouldn't bet against them this year. They've got experience, they've got depth, they've got inside play, they've got three-point shooting, they've got tremendous driving ability. Purifoy, I mean, it's ridiculous how good he is, getting to the basket and reading plays. They have, you can tell, and I already know how good of a coach Steve Peichel is. I mean, it's obvious to me. I mean, he's a guy that it doesn't matter what level he's at. He's a high-level coach, and a very high-level coach, and has coaches with intensity, is creative and innovative. I mean, you can see all that in what they run. But what they are is they are extremely disciplined to what they want to get done. And they had a game plan that if we would have not attacked and got the ball reversed and settled on any side of the court, it would have been a problem for us. The ball had to move today. Bodies had to move. We had to there was going to be times it was maybe get down into the clock a little bit so we could get that movement that we needed, get the ball back in Yogi's hands maybe, or get it inside. We wanted to score very early in the clock, or we wanted to make sure we got some reversals. The last thing we wanted to do was settle. And it wasn't a perfect game by any stretch, not even close. We did some excellent things offensively. We did some things with missing free throws, not so good. But what we did is we figured out that the intensity and the energy level cannot wane. And if it does, you're not going to be in the game. And one of the key parts of this game was Colin Hartman coming back in the first half. And I learned a long time ago that when you're trying to change momentum, because we'd hit a lull. We had hit a lull of we were a little quiet, we were flat, whether we were getting disappointed that we were missing foul shots, whether we thought it should be easier, whatever it was, whatever a young team goes through, we'd hit a lull. And Colin came in and changed the energy level. And so it's a great example. It does not matter who it is, when it is, where it is. There's always somebody that can change momentum. And I thought Colin Hartman did that in the first half. And one of the reasons is because he never stopped talking on that bench. And never stopped talking. I mean, he was asking questions. He's constantly pointing things out to his teammates. That's what we have to have. That's how you grow up and learn, and we have to have it from everybody. Second half was much better for us, especially on the backboards. We were only up 3 on the boards, and we had 4 offensive rebounds at halftime. And that can't happen. That can't happen. I mean, we're going to find out if rebounding's a strength because we're getting ready to go on the road. And it's not a strength unless it travels. And it's not a strength unless you can do it against the best people. So we've certainly got the components of being really good at some things. We've got the components of having a deep team. We certainly have the talent. But will we continue to understand how important intensity and intelligence are? And then you can play on your instincts and grow from there. But the game that Yogi played, 2 best games he's played at Indiana because, number one, they're back-to-back, that he really played the same way. He played way more minutes than what I would have liked today, but that's just the way that it was. But he is continually trying to find what the game has given his teammates and then what the game is giving him. And he's playing defense at an extremely high level. And all of us, he's doing a great job of figuring out what we have to do to win that possession. Doesn't mean we're always going to win it, but to win that possession, to get the best shot, the best movement inside of that possession, and all of a sudden he's got 50 points in 2 games. And if he continues to do that, because it's not like we're going to go down the line and all of a sudden he'll be the focal point on another team's scouting report. He's already there. I mean, he's already at the top of the list. I'd put him there. And you have to, when you have that attention being paid to you, it's not always going to be the way you want it. You got to figure out how you can get it where it needs to be, and he's doing that. Noah, JD just told us all in there hasn't been a triple-double here for 40 years.
Triple-double,
yeah. But Noah's got 2 in my mind because he had 15 deflections today again. And Troy came and had 12. So I think we had 63 on the day. We had 2 guys, 2 freshmen in double figures. In deflections, that's a huge, huge deal for what we're doing. Evan Gordon did a great job. They were isolating him in the first half. And as I told him, nobody's going to get isolated on this team, let alone a senior, in the sense of being attacked off the dribble. And he did a much better job in the second half of figuring that out. And all of a sudden in 2 games, he's got 22 points because he's attacking the rim, made his 3 today. He's working very hard. He's got to continue to bring a high level of intensity and competitiveness to everything that he does, and continue to bring the verbal up. It's got to come up for him to continue to grow the way that he has, or the way that he is. And all of a sudden, Troy Williams is got the second best high or plus minus on our team. And that's strong. That's strong. When you're a freshman, he makes a lot of plays. He makes a lot of things happen. He's getting better right before our eyes, your eyes, everybody's eyes daily. And there's really no limit to him. Luke Fisher came in the second half. Our best lineup in the first half was the one we started at the beginning of the second half. They'd scored 7 of 8 possessions they were in together. And so we liked the energy of it. We went with that lineup in the second half. It's not about who starts. It's not about necessarily, who gets what minutes. It's who's going to figure out a way for us to win. And then it's a lot more about who finishes the game. And I thought that second half starting lineup really gave us some good things.